On the night before the crucifixion, Jesus suffered greatly. He was betrayed by Judas, arrested, and put on trial, enduring torture before being crucified. People punched and beat him, as the religious leaders of the day hated Jesus. They were jealous of him and refused to repent of their sins. Furthermore, they couldn't accept that Jesus claimed to be the Son of God. Some people also insulted God and committed sins in the temple, and Jesus rebuked them, causing many to want to get rid of him. From night until dawn, Jesus was tried in 5 places, but the officials couldn't find him guilty. However, the priests and elders incited the crowd to demand that Jesus be crucified and to please them, and the officers decided to kill him. People beat him and made a crown of thorns to pierce his head. Jesus' back was whipped severely, and before he even reached Golgotha, where he was to be crucified, he had already suffered a great deal. He couldn't carry his cross. Although Jesus was physically strong and in his prime at 30 years old, he couldn't bear the weight of the cross. Why? Because he had already suffered dramatically before being crucified. He didn't rest all night, and people punched him, beating him with whips with bones and metal pieces called cat-o'-nine-tails. Some had already died from the brutal punishment. Although Jesus' body was strong, he still couldn't carry the cross to the top of the hill because he had been severely injured. A poem describes Jesus' journey to Golgotha, with every step of the way leaving a trail of blood. His body was so severely injured that he couldn't help but collapse or stop along the way. Even the cruel Roman soldiers had to force a man to carry Jesus' cross up the hill. Usually, before criminals were crucified, they were given a drug to numb their senses, and their hands and feet were tied because being crucified were extremely painful. However, Jesus refused to take the drug because he was full of love and willing to endure the pain for us. He wanted to remain conscious, pray for his enemies, comfort his mother and disciples, and save the thief beside him. Even at his most painful moment, he put others before himself.